This week, Crombie has been asking NDP voters instead to vote for her and her party. Well, will that work, and what else should we be watching for the final week of campaigning? Joining us, as she has every Thursday morning during the campaign, is Jessica Smith-Cross, editor-in-chief at the Trillium.ca. Jessica, can't tell you how much we appreciate your time and analysis. So let's talk about this. Bonnie Crombie, is this the Hail Mary kind of pitch here saying, hey, NDP voters, vote for me to try to stop Doug Ford?
Yeah, I think there's always a little bit of interplay between those parties. Both party would like anybody who would like to see Doug Ford side with them. It's a little early in the campaign for her to be saying it now, but that's where we're at. You know, we took a look at this play this week, and it's really important, I think, for voters who are listening to know something, that there are ridings where it is like a Liberal PC battle. And if NDP maybe voters go to the Liberals, it could help see Progressive Conservative defeated. But there are other parts of the province where the battle is between the NDP and the PCs. And if these sort of anti-Doug Ford voters decide to go with the Liberals, they could actually be voting against their intentions and helping the PCs win or keep one of those seats. So politics is complicated, and I see why that appeal is nice for the Liberals, or the Liberals think it might help them, but it might not be in all anti-Doug Ford voters' interest.
So how has Marit Stiles tried to then counter what Bonnie Crombie has been pitching? I know yesterday she did a whole series of interviews, for example.
Yeah, so she's pitched it as a way for the Liberals to retain official party status. So that means you have 12 seats in the legislature. It means you get to speak more in the legislature. And it means you get money to run your legislative business as the Ontario legislature. And the Liberals haven't had that since 2012, since 2018, when they lost government and sort of had a bad blowout election. So she says this is sort of a desperate-ish attempt for the Liberals to do that. However, the Liberals, as you mentioned before we got on, are the ones who are leading over the NDP in the polls, sort of on track for second place.
And I mean, right from the get-go, this whole campaign, I mean, the Conservatives have been, well out in front. I mean, today, according to Nana's polling, 13 points. That kind of lines up with some of the other public polling we've seen, Jessica. Doug Ford also has kind of I wouldn't say disappeared, but we haven't seen as much of him this week. Is this kind of like the classic front-runner campaigning style now?
It is that. It's classic frontrunner. It's also kind of classic Doug Ford at times. He has decided that it's not in his best interest to take questions from the media and to just not do it. So, yeah, it's been 9 days. He is set to take media questions today, and he'll be going down to D.C. again tomorrow. And I'm surely hoping that he will take media questions there, as I will be going there as well to ask him some questions.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Jessica. So with that really is sort of the next sort of, I suppose, kind of event with, Doug Ford being down in D.C. again. Are there any other things that you're looking at I mean, really, there's only 6 days of campaigning because no one campaigns on Election Day. Anything else that stands out for you, Jessica, before we speak to you next Thursday morning, E-Day morning, that you're looking at saying, hey, this might be a moment or a potential, not game changer, but something that might shift the game?
We don't know of anything that's coming. There's nothing planned. The only thing that can change between now and then is what voters think. Some people won't have been paying all that close attention to how they're going to vote until now. Our polls say there's about 10% undecided voters. Now, they may not vote at all. And a lot of people may not vote at all because it's winter. They might be snowbirds in Florida. They might be just too cold to go to the polls. So turnout and what voters decide to do at the last minute will be what decides this thing.
Yeah, that'll be so interesting. Okay, we'll see if you get some questions answered in Washington tomorrow. Jessica Smith-Cross, editor-in-chief at the Trillium.ca. We'll chat next week. Thanks for this one.
Thank you.